Jungkook's solo tour to kick off in Tokyo? Fans find clues in his bag and camera in May. First in BTS history, Jungkook to be the first member to hold solo tour after military service. Is this really a test drive for a career after HYBE? Did Jungkook just drop the biggest unspoken announcement of his post-military career without saying a single word in a now viral airport sighting at Gimpo International Airport in early May 2025? Just weeks before his official military discharge, Jungkook was seen quietly arriving in Korea after a brief, unannounced trip to Japan. No stylists, no managers, no flashy entourage. Just him, a medium black carry-on, and a Canon EOS R5 camera strapped across his chest. At first, the photos seemed routine. Another returning idol, tired but calm, dressed in effortless monochrome. But armies, with their unmatched ability to turn fragments into facts, noticed two highly specific things that immediately set social media ablaze: a Tokyo Metro route map peeking from his notebook's clear sleeve, and an airport luggage tag labeled NRT VIP. Within hours, theories spread like wildfire. Is Jungkook planning something major in Japan? Is this the beginning of a solo world tour? Could Tokyo be his first official stop? And is this the first BTS solo tour post-military? The short answer? Yes. And possibly much more than that. Why Tokyo for longtime BTS fans? Jungkook's connection to Japan runs deep. From his unforgettable Japanese fan songs like Your Eyes Tell to his linguistic efforts in Japanese fan meets, his affinity for the country has always felt authentic and emotional. But this time, it's not about performance nostalgia. It's business, vision, strategy. Sources inside the Japanese entertainment industry have confirmed anonymously to multiple K-media outlets that Jungkook visited two large-scale arenas in Tokyo in early May, including the Ariake Arena and Yokohama Pia Arena both of which were booked under a temporary hold for late August 2025. The client name? Golden K Company Limited, a newly registered subsidiary, which multiple fan accounts believe is connected to Jungkook's new team under HYBE Japan. Let that sink in. Golden K, the direct play on his nickname, Golden Magne, a solo operation, distinct from BTS and, more tellingly, separate from the standard HYBE Korea roster. And that is people asking, is Jungkook quietly building his own post-BTS empire? Or is this all just a test drive? A taste of what could come if he ever chose to step further outside HYBE's circle. Why now? Let's not forget, Jungkook's solo career prior to enlistment was nothing short of global. His digital single 7 smashed streaming records worldwide. Standing Next to You was hailed by critics as a vocal masterclass. And his debut album Golden turned him into a Spotify chart fixture across Asia, Europe, and the US. But now, post-military, everything feels different. This is no longer about testing waters. This is about planting flags, and Tokyo seems to be where he's planting his first. Industry insiders speculate that Jungkook's first solo concert will be announced within the next 30 days, potentially coinciding with the Jim and Jungkook fan reunion event in Yongkyon. The theory? He'll use the event's momentum and the reunited Jungkook energy to officially tease the launch of his first independent tour, a tour that, if confirmed, would make him the first BTS member to headline solo shows internationally after enlistment, and potentially the first to pioneer a career trajectory outside HYBE's centralized group modeled. Jungkook going solo for real. Not in the way most would assume. Sources say HYBE is fully aware and deeply involved in the planning of this tour. But unlike previous structures, Jungkook is said to be exercising greater creative control than ever before. He reportedly handpicked the venues, designed the stage layout himself, and insisted that no corporate sponsor banners be displayed during his opening show. Even more shocking, there are whispers he might be filming parts of the tour himself. Yes, filming. That camera slung across his chest at Gimpo? According to a staff member who saw him boarding in Tokyo, Jungkook had it out and recording most of the time. Several armies have joked that Jungkook is filming his own Break the Silence too. But the reality may not be far off. Insiders suggest a tour documentary is already in the works, self-shot and narrated by Jungkook himself, with a focus on solitude, growth, and reflection post-military, potentially released as a streaming special late 2025 at a career after HYBE. This is where things get complicated. Fans are torn. Is this independence or separation? While there's no confirmed plan of Jungkook leaving, HYBE, the establishment of a solo tour unit, the Japan-first rollout, and the creation of a company bearing his identity has led many to speculate this could be a soft launch of his post-BTS career path, one that may run parallel to group activities, but increasingly independent in vision. A Tokyo launch is symbolic. It's global, strategic, and yet emotionally safe for Jungkook, a space where he's loved, understood, and allowed to experiment. And maybe that's what this is all about. Not rebellion, not detachment, but evolution, a way to find his voice again. Not as BTS's youngest, not as a soldier returning to duty, but as John Jungkook, the artist, the documentarian, the storyteller. What now? We wait till we refresh Weverse. We monitor Japanese event sites. We decode every blurry airport photo. And we keep asking, what is Jungkook building? Where is he going? And when will we get to follow? Because one thing is certain. This isn't just a solo tour. It's the first real step in a new era of K-pop, where idols don't just perform, they direct, they plan, they own, and maybe, just maybe, they outgrow the very empires that made them. So here's the final question. When Jungkook opens the stage in Tokyo, will it be a celebration of his return, or the quiet beginning of his next chapter? One that no one saw coming. Either way, we'll be watching, camera on, hearts ready, flight alert set, and just like that, without a single press release, without fanfare, Jungkook may have just rewritten the BTS playbook. Because this is no ordinary comeback. This is no simple fan meeting. This is the start of a global movement, and its pilot episode takes place not in Seoul, but in Tokyo, under a haze of neon skies and silent preparation. And fans aren't just watching, they're investigating. They're tracing flight data, matching the NRT VIP luggage tag with private charters known to be used by top-level HYBE executives. Some even tracked down footage from Japanese fans who claim they saw Jungkook visiting a high-end sound engineering studio in the Aoyama district, a studio previously used by Hikaru Utada and EXILE. Others dissect the metadata from leaked images and promotional mock-ups believed to be part of the initial staging decks sent to venue partners. One such leak includes a blurred draft of a concert poster that reads simply, JK Tour 2025, Stage 1, The Return of Tokyo, August. Limited entry, *** short, Stock, and unmistakably Jungkook, a tour or a farewell. Here's where the emotion kicks in. Some fans are wondering, is this a full circle moment, or a sign that Jungkook may eventually seek a path outside of BTS's group activities entirely? The timing raises eyebrows. The tour announcement seems set to arrive before BTS's full group reunion. Suga is set to complete his mandatory service by June 21st. If Jungkook launches a tour before OT7 reunites publicly, what message does that send? To some, it signals ambition, to others, distance, especially after Jimin's candid comment in a recent internal interview where he admitted, Jungkook and I were not as close as we used to be. Is this tour part of that growing space? A natural evolution of individual identities? Or something more complicated? The HYBE dilemma. Let's not forget what this means for HYBE. Jungkook, their crown jewel, is showing signs of wanting more creative control, more mobility, and perhaps even more separation from the rigid label structure. The possibility of a semi-independent operation under Golden K is raising alarms internally, especially given BTS's contract renewal window is rumored to begin discussions late 2025. Some HYBE staffers, speaking anonymously, have even called Jungkook's moves quietly disruptive. But it's not defiance for defiance's sake. It's vision. And vision is what makes Jungkook more than just a performer. It makes him a leader. What will this tour look like? Early whispers suggest a minimalist, but emotionally intense production. Unlike the massive LED-saturated stages of past BTS concerts, Jungkook is said to be opting for theatrical lighting, live musicians, and multi-angle documentary projection, a nod to his love of cameras and visual storytelling, and the setlist. That's the real mystery, with titles like Never Let Go, Hate You, Closer to You, and 3D. The emotional arc of the show is expected to trace a journey from loss to self-reclamation. One insider teased, "It's a concert you'll cry through and come out feeling like you met him for the first time." There's also strong speculation that he may debut a new unreleased song written during his military service, rumored to be titled Shadows Light. Armies Online believe the lyrics reference both his time in uniform and the loneliness of fame, blending vulnerability with hope. Why it matters this isn't just about Tokyo. This isn't even just about Jungkook. This is about what it means when idols outgrow the machine and build one of their own. It's about an artist who started his journey at 15, sang under someone else's script for a decade, and now, at 27, is finally telling his own story on his own stage. And it's happening live by in front of us. .1 camera, .1 bag, .1 flight. And a dream too big for press releases to contain. So maybe the real question isn't, will Jungkook tour? The question is, are we ready to witness what happens when the world's most beloved golden boy takes the stage? Not as a member, not as a soldier, not as a product, but as a man, because he's already packed his bag. He's already filmed the opening shot. And Tokyo's waiting, so are we. And when the lights finally dim and that first note echoes, remember, this is history. And Jungkook is writing it in real time. We're not just watching a concert. We're witnessing a metamorphosis.